and welcome to my club of cocktails, a place for me to be 100% me, while helping myself mentally and physically. The title is so very accurate for today's contentery, Voldermort, moisture needed. This is Kalisthenics with Cuntent. How you doing? Good motherfucking morning. It is, just after, not even, I was about to say it's just after 9:30, but it's literally 9:29. So, good motherfucking morning from me to you, but of course, good afternoon and good evening to all the wonderful motherfuckers around the world. Yet again, tried to sleep in, but I got woken up. You know what's sad about having physical health issues and always having to be the bottom person? Like, if you're in a apartment, I always have to be on the bottom unless there is an elevator for me to be on the top. So I'm always going to end up having to deal with loud footprints, potentially animals, all sorts of things. And it's just frustrating. I struggle to sleep. I struggle to stay asleep because of my brains and my body. I don't get good sleep. And then to be woken up, 7, 8 o'clock a.m. by just like, it's like, it's fucking horrible. And then not to mention I woke up just feeling so nauseous, and I knew it was from my hernia because my hernia makes me feel like I'm gonna puke, but I don't. I just get the constant feeling, so I have to like do deep breaths to keep myself from puking, even though I won't puke. Because like before, when I've had those feelings, I've gone to the bathroom and even like tried to help myself, but it's just the feeling. There's nothing in there to actually vom up. I already know a huge part of that is I've just been extra stressed lately about so many things. I keep putting money into Cuntent in hopes to get a following, but I just keep getting people who want me to go to different sites. Oh, add me on Snap, add me on Kike. It's like, bro, you are on Feet Finder, you are able to message me here. Like, I'm still pretty confident though that I'll make back what I've put in and then some, but right now it's just a slow go, like, $200 that I don't really have that I invested into it, but, I'm a firm believer that you have to invest, you have to put work in order to get something back, you know what I mean, if you're trying to make a career for yourself. I can't do 9 to 5. I wish more than anything that I could just go and apply it like McDonald's. Work on the weekends. But I can't. They won't hire me because of my arthritis. So hopefully we get some interactions in this meeting, so I'm not just talking with me, myself, and I, but 99% of the time it is just me. That's the one thing about my content, is that I don't need other people here to make it enjoyable. It would be desired, because I don't get conversation on a daily basis, even a weekly basis, really. Like, the most interaction I get with is like, my Canadian penguin bestie. I'll send like an emoji to her, and I do that daily. But like, so my best dude turned 35 yesterday, right? Not once did he even respond to any of my messages. He has a birthday present coming him today. Oh, hi, lurkers. Gotta love lurkers, because there's nothing like crippling anxiety than to add some lurkers on top of it. So, obviously this is the internet. I can't control who or what people see. It's gonna trigger me. So if you're actually someone who does care about someone and doesn't want to actively be the cause of a trigger, talk to me instead of just watching me. But in the end, it's gonna trigger me. I'm gonna desensitize myself. It's a huge reason why this YouTube exists. But just so you know, especially if you're someone who knows me, not even through this, they know me in real life. When you watch me, I want you to know you're giving me a panic attack. I want you to know that you are causing hurt within my brains and my body. So if you're actually someone who cares, you will stop doing that. New people, they're gonna have to learn to figure out what the fuck this is. Is this something that you want to watch? Is this something you want to enjoy? I'm gonna say no. You know what I mean? Because most of the time, people are seeking stuff that is entertainment, and I'm not entertainment. I'm gonna be here for me to speak my mind. You know what I mean? Will I do calisthenics? Probably, but I have a time constriction because Rainbow's Gymnastics is this morning. And really, this meeting is because I need Mooiisstt-ure to see my ex-husband. I don't want to fucking see him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to interact with him. I don't want to ride in a car with him. I wish that I didn't have to co-parent with him. But Amber Jr. wouldn't exist unless I had sex with Voldermort. There lies the deal with the storm, you get the rainbow. I'm so frustrated both mentally and physically that today is Tuesday, Fat Tuesday, right? I have this fantastic little pumpkin that I have been planning on doing an adorable little fucking photo shoot with, and my hips hurt, my knees hurt. The thought of getting down on the ground and trying to position my legs into a way to get a picture of my feet with this sounds so horrible. But literally, this is the last Tuesday of October. So either I'm going to do a late Fat Tuesday post, or I don't even know. Because realistically, to get those pictures, I would have to be doing it right now. I can't do the pictures when Rainbow's home. I've tried to seclude myself in the bathroom to get the pictures done. That doesn't work. She opens the gun and goes, "Silly feet." So, that doesn't work. Also, we're not spreading the moist content. People don't even click the links anyway, so fuck it. You know what I mean? I've noticed that on Facebook, where I do all of my social media networking, that people rarely interact or maybe even see my YouTube links, but if I post one thing that's like unrelated to it, everyone sees it. And it's very frustrating, you know? So I'm not going to post a link. I did a post saying I'm doing a Kalisthenics with Kottontale. If someone actually wanted to tune into Kalisthenics with Kottontale, they would very easily be able to figure out what it is, where to find it, yada yada yada. Oh, hello lurker, how are you? Oh, bye. Bye. Thank you for coming. I hope you had a nice time. See, and none of them left a opinion. Sometimes we'll get a person who pops in at the beginning of a meeting and they just like want to leave an opinion. There's no opinions whatsoever, right? So I find it rather hilarious, not gonna lie. Ooh, YouTube has updated itself to where we can share it directly to the Snapchat. No longer do I have to like take a picture and then put the link on it. Now it's just like directly What's this? Ooh, Voldermort moisture needed. Kalisthenics with Kottontale. Dude! That's so awesome! That's so awesome. So Snapchatty updated it to where it's even easier to That's so cool. Oh man, infinitely awesome. Alright, we don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that, don't need that. The alarm is set, so I have an alarm set for 10:45. Originally I was going to try to sleep in, you know what I mean? So I had the alarm set for 10:45 because around 11:30 is when the Voldermorts will be here with Rainbow to pick me up so we can all go to her gymnastics. Now that the lurkers have disappeared, and it's just me, myself, and I again. And of course, you know, hi to anyone that's incognitally lurking or watching this later on as posted content. I hope you are having a fantabulous Tuesday. I got my V8. My head is throbbing, so there was no way I was going to make my breakfast smoothie this morning. Um, Alright. Yummy. Wish I had a punching bag. Ooh, so my Kylie set has shipped. So I do think that by next weekend it should be here, and then we're gonna do an unboxing where I'm actually gonna put her name in the title, which I never do that type of shit. I'm just not that type of person because I feel like it's clickbait, but it won't be clickbait because I will be unboxing the Kylie times Batman set. And I got, so they had two things. You had the PR box, which had everything that I got plus like a fancy box with it, and then I got just the bundle which comes with the case and all of the makeup items. I am very excited. I've been wanting a Kylie Jenner special makeup set for a while. I've seen a couple of hers come through and I'm like, ooh. This year, you know, because of my nesting egg, I have had the money to be able to do things that I otherwise wouldn't be able to do. We got to go on a staycation. I'm, you know, going to be getting the color on my tattoos. I was able to update my wardrobe. I was able to update Rainbow's wardrobe. I was able to put tires on my mom's car. I've been paying for things for my mom. Like, I have a little checklist because she says she's going to pay me back. I honestly don't expect to get that money back. It'd be awesome if I did. But, you know, this nesting has been so wonderful, and it's the reason why, you know, I'm able to purchase things that give me joy, because I truly feel like retail therapy is therapy, you know? And then also retail therapy remorse, where you're like, fuck, I really just spent that much on that thing. But I'm really excited. I also have more contacts coming, which is great because the contacts that I have, they're only supposed to be used for 2 weeks, and I'm getting to the end of that 2 weeks, and I need to toss those contacts. So I have more contacts coming, which is fabulous. So yeah. The only other thing that I really do need to purchase is new workout attire. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking when, like, I got new underwear, new clothes, all this jazz, and then I failed to get new workout garments, even though, like, I've literally been wearing the same yoga pants for, like, the last 15 years. Literally, the yoga pants I'm wearing I got in 2009. They are 10 years old plus, because 19, 20, 21, 22. So yeah, the pants that I'm wearing are 13 years old. How you doing? Don't you know I will be purchasing more of this brand? The fact that these were kind of expensive when I bought them at Kohl's, but they were on sale. But they were still low spending. I was like, oh, do I want to spend $25? Bitch, $25 for 15 years? Oh, I think so. Or 13 years. It's been 13 years. $25 for 13 years of use? Oh, I'm gonna buy like 10 pairs of these motherfuckers. Now, actually, I'm only gonna buy one because that was 10 years ago. The quality might be a whole lot different now. So, I'll definitely be trying them on. But I am gonna look into this. You know what's funny is I don't remember the name of it, but it has like a person on it that's like shaped like this. They're so worn out that I can see the person kind of, but I don't know what the name is. I have to look on the back. Oh, that's pretty worn out too because they're tagless. So like the tag is just like numbers that are printed onto the pants, and over time it wears away. Man, I don't know how much hit ski this is gonna have. I feel like past Amber left me a nice booty hit. We shall see. Also, we've had quite a few lurkers pop in. Hasn't that just hilarious that I don't spread the Mooiisstt content and we get more lurkers than when I do? How does that work? It's like I share it, we get no one. I don't share it, we have 3 people pop in the first fucking 10 minutes. Oh, my bad. 15 minutes. Yeah, I might end up doing like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. I've almost been thinking like, instead of trying to have designated days, I just do paint and food content. So, sure, we might still post on Saturday and Tuesday, but it's too difficult with my health elements to keep up with that, you know what I mean? Especially because I don't want to film a bunch of things and backlog it. Because I could, like, film me squishing, like, 5 different pieces of food underneath my foot and save those and release them for the next 5 weeks. But I don't like doing that because my toenail polish is going to change during that time. And I like it to be accurate to what it is, you know? I don't know. Super Self-Care Sunday is still going to stay that way because that self-care day is really important. It's what, you know, self-care is just so important, and having a designated day for my self-care, at least on one portion of my body, has been, you know, pretty helpful. So I'll probably definitely keep Super Self-Care Sunday on Sundays, but it's easy to make the Sunday content. That's Sunday. Rainbow usually goes to her dad Friday or Saturday. That gives me Friday or Saturday night to make Sunday's content, you know? So that one is fairly easy. Also, Super Self-Care Sunday is the day that I would change my nail polish. Like, I actually am really excited for this Sunday's content. I've gotten a lot of requests for white nail polish. I don't know why. I personally think black looks cuter on toes, but it's not about what I want. It's about what you guys want. Because my feet finder, my Twitter toes, that is all about what the people who are looking at my feet want to see. I'm going to produce stuff that I'm passionate about, that I enjoy, but in the end, I'm listening, I'm observing, I am taking suggestions on foot content. Here in YouTube, no, I'm not going to take your suggestions because I don't give a fuck what kind of video game you want to see. I don't give a fuck what you want to hear me talk about. I don't give a fuck. This is my therapeutic content, okay? YouTube is my therapy. You want something where it's all geared for you? Go follow my feed content. 100% for you. I respond to all messages. I take advice. I am still me. Like, I'm not going to sit there and lie. I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to lie. Like, I can't pretend. You know what I mean? I'm a good actress, but I don't want to act, you know what I mean? When it comes to my contentry, that's the one thing that I'm always going to be myself, regardless if I'm making the content for me or for you. But yeah, I really don't care what people want to see on my YouTube channel, because it's not for you. My YouTube channel is for me. Me alone. Do people come and enjoy it? Sure. Do people find it entertaining? I guess. But that's not any of the reasons why I'm here. Like, if you have to put a label on the content that I make, it's a podcast. Okay? What do podcasts usually have? A person sitting and talking about subjects. That is a podcast. So if you had to put a label on Club Kottontale because your tiny little monkey brain can't seem to understand that I'm random, it's a podcast, and a random podcast at that, because there's not going to be any one-dimensional thing that I talk about. There's not going to be one subject, one thing, one aspect. I'm just going to talk about whatever the fuck my brains feel like talking about. And I'll just keep talking to me, myself, and I, getting all the moisture in and the thoughts and feelings out. And, you know, hopefully we'll actually get someone to come chill, chat with me. Even just say hi. So I can be like, hi, random new person, what brings you to Club Kottontale? Or whatever the conversation ensues, you know. I had my acupuncture yesterday. It was good. I definitely think that it helps. My knees definitely feel better after acupuncture. I will say this, that acupuncture and marijuana have been the best pain devices than anything. I've actually been finding that my meloxicam, it's been making my tummy hurt. So I actually haven't been taking it as much as I'm supposed to. I'm gonna have to just make an appointment for my leg and talk to the doctor like, hey, this is not helping. I have found something that does help. You know, if I can get my medical card, it means that I can save money. I'm still gonna have to pay for this out of pocket, but I will save money. So for example, like when I go to buy this, instead of being $20, it will just be $15. I won't have that tax that they put on it. Like, we have alcohol tax, we have marijuana tax. Like, a recreational item is taxed, right? So if you have your medical card, because you're using cannabis for pain management or whatever else that you're using it for, you can get a discount. And sometimes there is medical only dispensaries where you take a prescription that you've gotten from your doctor and you go to the dispensary and they give you X amount of marijuanas. I know this because I have friends who have used it. I have one friend, though, that was like, I stopped using it because, unfortunately, the bud was free, but it wasn't good, and it wasn't doing what it needed to. And I was like, well, why didn't you go back and say something? And their reasoning was anxiety, you know. They don't actually know if their doctor would have switched up the prescription or something like that. They were too scared to go say something, you know. And a lot of people dealing with chronic pain, we do that. We internalize everything because we don't want to tell anybody. And even when we do tell people, people tend to like be like, oh, why are you complaining, or this, that, and the other thing. Or they start listing off all the things that they deal with and how they deal with it, and basically saying like how you're a pussy because they deal with it this way and you're dealing with it differently. And it's like, dude, everyone is different. We deal with things differently. If something, like, let's say two people are dealing with the exact same thing, like a divorce, right? One person gets over it really easily. They're happy, they're thriving. The other person is just a shell of themselves. The other person isn't wrong and the other person isn't right, because everyone grieves differently. Everyone goes through trauma differently. One thing that won't break you could break someone else. So it's, you know, it goes back to that whole be kind to yourself and everyone else. You know, every single person is going through something that you don't know about. Every single person. Everyone. Everyone is going through something that you know nothing about. And if that person has been open enough and honored you with telling you what it is, You should cherish that information and never make them feel bad for it. Like, I don't really, like recently I went and hung out with Leah, and I was trying to talk about some things, and, you know, she just kept saying things, like, as if, like, I wanted advice, you know, and I didn't want advice, and all the stuff she was saying, I already knew, you know what I mean? I just wanted a friend to listen to me, because I don't have friends that I talk to about it. I literally have not talked to anybody, really, about my divorce and everything that ensued with it, because I can't seem to get a friend to sit down and talk to me about it without them asking some of the most redonkulous questions ever. Like, why can't you just listen and support? Why do you have to know how the shit broke me, how it affected me? Like, why? Why can't you just listen and be like, I'm here for you, you know? There's so many people in the world that have no idea how lucky they are to have as many people as they do looking after them and supporting them and making sure they're okay. Most of them complain about it because they're super introverted or a loner and they don't want all those people contacting them. And then you have people like me who is complete opposite. I'm a people person, I'm an extrovert, I crave conversation, and I can't seem to get it. I'm doing a live stream on the internet right now, and guess who I'm talking to? And maybe someone who's lurking or watching incognitally or watching this later on as posted content, but you're just listening, you're not talking to me. Like, are you that level of lonely that you literally do a live stream and no one comes talk to you? This is a level of lonely I would never wish on anybody. Like, no one. Oh wow. That moment when you realize that 1 week from today is 3 years of being single. I really wish I didn't have to see Voldermort today. I honestly was looking forward to having Lady Voldermort pick me up, and then the three of us girls go to juniors gymnastics together. I was looking forward to that. I don't know how Lady Voldermort felt about it. I mean, I'm her husband's ex-wife, you know what I mean? I don't know how she feels about that. We're not chummy like that. But it's easier for me to see Voldemort's wife than it is for me to see him. I hate him. And I work daily on not hating him, because you shouldn't hate anything or anyone, but I do. I hate him. I hate all of the things he did to me. I hate that he's the reason I'm in this cave. I hate that he's the reason why I'm a single mother. I hate that the universe gave him a wife and a home that I want, and money on a daily basis, and a vehicle to go places. I'm fucking angry about a lot of that stuff, and I fucking hate him. I hate Voldemort. I do my best to not hate him. And then I have people that tell me, they're like, you seem like you need to get laid. I'm like, I'm not into that. Like, if I want to release, I'm just gonna touch myself, you know what I mean? Like, I can give myself an orgasm in fucking 5 minutes flat. Like, I don't fucking need sex, you know what I mean? What I need is companionship, conversation. Like, I want a romantic relationship and everything that goes with it, but the physical intimacy part is like a small fraction of what I actually miss from a romantic relationship. And really the things that I miss aren't even really things that I've had before. Like, I had them a little bit when I was with Dan, But, like, and I had it at the beginning of the relationship with Voldermort. Voldermort turned volatile really quickly, so did Dan, and Josh was just very young. You know what I mean? When we dated, it was right out of high school, you know? I haven't had a relationship where there's open, honest communication from both sides. When I was with Dan, I wasn't being open and honest, and I don't think he was either. In the relationship with Voldemort, I was being 110% honest and open, and he was not. So I already know that my next prince is going to be someone who is open, honest, can communicate what they want, need, and desire from life, love, and the universe. They're going to be ready for a romantic relationship, even if they're dealing with things. Like, for me, I am ready for romance, but I'm still actively dealing with the trauma that came from my previous romantic relationship, and then my previous romantic relationship gave me post-traumatic stress disorder, which triggered my childhood PTSD. So I'm just kind of like, you know, a bit of a mental mess. But I constantly work on myself. Me having all of the mental health challenges I have should not be a deal breaker for someone who actually wants to get to know me. They'll realize that I work really hard to be who I am, and that I strive to not let my disabilities take over my life. What I would give to just, like, you know, it's coming. It's coming. I know it's coming, and dates along with it. You know, it's been a long time since I've had a date with someone who wasn't myself. I struggled this weekend. I wanted to do a solo date, but I just couldn't. Too much hurt me too much to have to do a solo date. You know, just realizing, like, man, we really are the only one that's gonna date us for the end of time. Like, I mentioned it yesterday in that meeting. Like, this is just like a weird realm for me to be in, because I've never, ever in my whole entire life experienced a time when there's no prospects. No one hitting on me, not even thirsty shit that I don't care for. I don't even get that, which I'm not mad at. I'm hoping that the reason I don't get thirsty comments is because dudes and chicks realize that I'm not about that life. But, like, I don't even get thirsty DMs, or, like, that random person that says hi a bunch of times and then goes, okay, I didn't want to talk to you anyways, you dumb bitch. Like, the last time I got a message like that, I was married. When I was with Voldemort, I would get messages like that all the time. It's interesting that someone who's in a committed relationship gets hit on more than an actual single person. I also very much think that all of the previous romantic relationships, the only reason I even had those romantic relationships is because I am the one who went for it. I'd like to have someone go for me. Keep trying to put it in the universe, like, to my prince, I'm in a cave, not a castle. I'm not in a tower, I'm underground. Officially after 10. I'm gonna load another bowl. See how we feel after that, because honestly, this meeting might just be Mooiisstt-ure for Voldermort. That's why I put it first. Usually when I do a Kalisthenics with Kottontale, I put that first, but I specifically put Kalisthenics with Kottontale in the little fancy parentheses because I don't know if I'm gonna actually do a calisthenics. This meeting exists because I need the extra moisture before I see Voldemort. So I truly do not know if I will get up and do the calisthenics. I also have no idea how this week is gonna go. Like, are they gonna pick her up on Saturday, or are they gonna pick her up on Friday? I don't ever really know that until he tells me, so. But honestly, I wouldn't be mad if he picked her up on Friday. It means I would only have her after gymnastics today, so Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday after he got off work, he'd pick her up. I wouldn't even be mad at that because I'm so mentally just. I have recently thought about admitting myself into a hospital. You know, it's the first time I've said that. Not even just in my own head, but out loud, just in general. It's the first time I've ever said that. I'm struggling so much. And a lot of it is stemming from not being able to get social interaction. Not having other adults to talk to. I'm struggling so much. I literally recently thought, I was like, if I lost my child support and they became the primary parents, you know, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. Everything I do, I'm doing to just be the best person I can be, but be the best mom I can be for my daughter. I feel guilty all the time. I brought her into this world knowing I have all of these mental and physical health challenges, and I chose to bring a little human being into the world. But when I chose to bring her into the world, I chose with her dad. And it's just the shitty part is, you know, he provides money, but he doesn't step up. Like, I already know that when my daughter is at their house, it's Lady Voldermort that's watching her, you know? Like, it's her two mommies, you know what I mean? That's why she calls Lady Voldemort Mom. And I'm not even, like, at first it totally got to me, you know? But now I don't even care. I just love Lady Voldemort and the love that she gives Rainbow and the attentiveness. And I'm so happy that she's not exhausted from, you know, years of abuse and trying to raise a kid by herself. So she's able to, like, give all of these other ideas and things that, like, I wish I could think of, but, like, I just... I've been trying so hard to get social interaction my whole entire life, but especially the last few years. And it's so sad coming across, you know, memories from 2 years ago of me just saying the same thing that I'm saying now, of how lonely I am and how I wish I had people to hang out with. And it's not like, I obviously miss romance, but, like, I'm just lonely. Like, I want friends to hang out with. I want people that hit me up because they know that I don't have anything to do and they don't have anything to do. Like, that's the brick wall that I come across all the time, is that I hit people up and they're like, oh, I'm busy, I'll hit you up, you know? Like, because I'm free. Every Saturday night, I'm free, okay? But no one hits me up, you know? They say they will, oh yeah, the next free Saturday night, I'll hit you up. I'll think about you. But you don't. And these are not people that I've known for a little bit amount of time. These are people that I have known for a decade plus. Okay? Pretty much every friend that I have in my life, except for Leah, I have known for a decade plus. It's so frustrating. I grew up watching my mom have what I thought was just like the best time of her life. Her 30s were so filled with fun with her friends. Every weekend she had friends over. every weekend she went and did something with her friends. And, like, I just kept thinking, like, man, I can't wait to be 35. And have a bunch of friends to hang out with and no curfew. Well, we're 35. And we still don't. Stupid fucking nose ring. Amazon is great for some things, but some things it just isn't. Like, I recommend that if you're gonna buy jewelry from there, don't buy a bundle. Do not buy a bundle. Spend the extra money and get a singular piercing jewelry, okay? Do not buy their little $10 to $15 bundles, because, like, it will look cute and it will work, but they're just not going to stay on properly. They're going to constantly fall out. And if you're new to a septum, ouch, that could get quite annoying. Luckily for me, I've had mine for a while, so it's very healed, and I've had it for a while, so. But it's still annoying. The little thing pops off, go to blow my nose. Like, what happens if that pops off in public? I'm just screwed, you know? I come across these really awesome things, but it's always stemmed from, like, it started with a hookup, and it's just, like, it's frustrating because I'm not gonna put myself in that realm. Like, I don't want hookups, but I came across this cute thing that was, like, when you meet a hot single mom on Plenty of Fish and plan on just having hookups, but now you're raising kids that aren't yours, about to adopt them, and you have to pretend like you're annoyed by her 4 personalities, and I'm just like, I don't need you to adopt my kid. My kid has a dad, but it'd be nice to have, you know, my daughter seeing someone giving me affection. It'd be nice to get that affection. It'd be nice to have someone who looks at my mental health as beauty and not pain. What can you do? I keep on writing a sequel to stories I know. Don't wanna die, but I don't wanna live like this. But I can barely feel a fucking thing. You know what's shitty is, I may not get my period every month, but we get the PMS and all of the symptoms that come along with it. So I already know that this extra low feeling is coming from the hormones that my baby box is producing. But I fucking hate it. First hit of a fresh bowl, anyways. So, I have an alarm that's going to go off at 10:45. That was originally what time I planned on waking up to get ready for the Voldermort to be here. Basically, they are going to arrive here at like 11:30 to go to Rainbow's Gymnastics. We always get there a little bit early. So, I mean, there's a good chance that there's not going to be any actual calisthenics. This meeting may just be for that moisture for Voldermort, you know, and that's okay. I still purposely put this on here because, you know, we may do like one or two dances, because I have to take a shower before I leave to go with them anyways. Like, I need to wash my hair and everything, so even if I don't get my sweat on, I still have to take a shower, so it'd be cool if we did. You know, it's 10:17 right now. My hips and knees can only ever really do 30 minutes anyways. I always push myself to do 45 minutes to an hour just because, you know, get that good fitness in. But, even if I just did one song, I'd be happy with it. But I don't see that happening. Because, like, I wouldn't want to do it without my mats on the ground, and it's just, like, all of that takes time, and, you know, literally in an hour, they're going to be messaging me that they're on their way, you know what I mean? So, let's just continue to get the medicine in us, you know? I managed to get all thoughts and feelings, well, most of my thoughts and feelings out anyways. No one here to chat with me, but that's how it is. Club Kottontale is me 99% of the time. There's a little beautiful 1% that sometimes pops in, but it's not often. I'm not ready. I don't want to see the Voldermort. Like when he told me, oh, my schedule changed and I'm gonna be able to be there on Tuesday, like every part of my insides just dropped. Like I'm pretty like I proverbially shit myself. Like I just I didn't want to. I was so looking forward to not having to see him. The worst part about seeing Voldemort is that he still affects me mentally. And after I see him, I am mentally drained for like the next 48 hours. And it sucks. It sucks for me, it sucks for my daughter, it just sucks. I was so looking forward to not having to see him. I was like, yes, it's going to be a great week. You know, I'm going to start my week with acupuncture, not have to see Voldemort, and then, you know, have a great week with my daughter. But, like, I'm still going to have a great week with my daughter. I will always strive to have the best time with her. But I fucking hate that, you know, having to see Voldemort just causes all of this fucked upness inside me. And it's just... And I can't help but think, like, if I had more consistent conversation, I had more interactions with fellow adults, I wouldn't feel so much like this when I had to see him. Oh, man. It's like I could feel because I got acupuncture yesterday, and she did one right here, which is, like, a stress point. And, like, the first day that she did it was, like, uncomfortable, right? When she did it this time, it's like I honestly could feel it pulling the stress from me. But, like, I struggled to get comfortable. I struggled to relax. I did my best to meditate. Man. It makes me glad that I have acupuncture next Thursday, you know? Almost 10:30, it's 10:23. By 11, we'll end this meeting, so I can say right now that there isn't going to be any Kalisthenics in Kottontale. You know, I had hoped, you know, like, because the calisthenic portion definitely helps us to free our brains and just, you know, get it all out. But we were able to do that with words, just getting all the thoughts and feelings out via Club Kottontale, because this is my place for me to be me. And it will always help me mentally and physically, even if I don't actually do the stretch. But helping my brain helps my body, you know. It's fucking cold in here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't, like, for one, I don't have more than one space heater, right? But I can't really, like, plug in multiple heaters, you know? Plus, like, it would only be warm in the one spots. Like, I have no way to put one in her room to make her room warm. We have one in the bathroom because the bathroom is an ice box. Like, it's like, the basement is cold when it's 65 degrees out. So when we get under 50, it's just fucking freezing here. Like, my hands are done for. My skin is already starting to get my hives that I get when I get too cold. And then, of course, you know, more stress starts to come. Like, I hate that I wish that I could just go to gymnastics with them and that they would be keeping Rainbow this week. I'm just so exhausted. I'm so mentally drained. I'm just, like, every realm. gotta keep doing it for her. For the Ambers. Amber Senior and Amber Junior. My family. It's weird how your family evolves throughout the years. You know, growing up, it was me, my mom, and Nathan for a while, and I love that. I love that. I have memories of that, you know? And then, you know, Christian came along, and I love that. I love my little brothers. You know, I grew up, I'm a middle child. I have 2 older brothers. I'm the middle child of 5 children, but I grew up as the oldest child. So, it's a bit different, right? Treated like a middle kid, but expected to act like the oldest kid. And I also was the only girl, so like there was huge double standards. My brothers got to do things that I didn't get to do simply because I had a vagina. No offense, I'm stronger than both of my brothers, so they're pussies in comparison to me. I'm so powerful, and I'm frustrated that the active trauma that I deal with Voldermort takes so much of my power and so much of my being of who I am. And it's like, the cave got me away from Voldermort, and I'm forever grateful for this cave, just what it's done for me, you know? But it also causes issues all the time. Like, my purifier is already completely dusty. I gotta clean it off again, you know? And I don't even know if it's helping. Like, I think it's helping, but I'm not sure. Like, it's just so dusty down here. And, you know, 2 years with that, it does stuff to your respiratory system, you know? And then my therapist has confirmed it. I need windows. Even if I can't open them, I need to be able to see outside. I need to be able to see nature. And I don't have any windows in my room. The only window I have is in the bathroom that I can open. The only window, then that window we can't see out because it's frosted, because it's a bathroom window. And then there's 2 other windows. One is attached to a door, so it technically doesn't open, but does open at the same time. And then the other one is it's bolted. It's for the laundry. So there's 3 windows, but only one opens, and I can only see out 1.5. But those are like, they're not in here. They're not in my room. It's not like I can just like look to the left and have nature right there, you know? Like, I hope that I never end up having to live in a world where I end up in a bunker. And if I do, I'm just gonna paint so many murals. It's gonna look like nature is all around us. And I'll make sure to get, I don't know, like plastic plants if we can't seemingly get real ones to grow, but I would imagine for airflow you would need real plants, so I'll just have tons of plants and paint murals as much as possible just to bring the outside world in. I think I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to draw a meadowscape for myself. Put it right here. So I can just see it. It'll be right next to my little sign that says, "We will move this year, 2022. Manifest, affirmate, make it so." I trust my instincts, and I know that a lot of really awesomeness is coming, even though it doesn't really feel like it right now. I just know it. I just know that the next portion of my life's journey is coming up. You know, the emerging of the cave. It's 10:30. Oh, it's so fucking cold. wish I wasn't jealous of polyamorous individuals. Specifically the ones that just seem to have, like, a harem of people. Like, how do you have 3 boyfriends and a girlfriend, and I can't even get dates with other human beings? I mean, they're coming. I know they are. Hopeless romantic who wishes sometimes they weren't. It hurts to be a hopeless romantic in a world that just, like, you seemingly aren't even desired. Like, it's so crazy because, like, the only time that people ever pursued me, I was in a fucking relationship, so I almost feel like the only reason they wanted me is because I was unattainable, you know? And then every other time, and literally every, like, I just think back, you know, to every single, not even romantic relationship, just platonic relationship, every single relationship I've had in my life, I've been the aggressor, except for one time when this girl named Ricky approached me in high school, and she approached me because she said I seemed cool, you know, and I actually introduced her to one of my friends, Christina, and they are still friends to this day. I'm not friends with Ricky. I never was friends with Ricky, but she approached me, and that's one of the only people who's ever actually approached me in my life, you know, just because they were new and, like, they, you know, were wanting to make friends. But that was, like, in high school, you know what I mean, fucking 2003, 2004, like... And I mean, I get it. I like, my therapist reminds me that everyone just went through, you know, the pandemic, and everyone is feeling very, like, oh, like, they're not as social as they used to be. Me, it didn't affect me. Like, I was struggling to get conversation before 2020, so, you know, it didn't really affect me much. Ironically enough, 2020... excuse me, summer of 2020 was the last time I saw, like, people and, like, hung out. Like, I went and that was the last time I went to the river with my best duder, you know what I mean? Also, like, that was when I had my last date with another human being, so it's like... I feel like I'm getting a date soon, like this year. This year, it's been such a great year thus far, and, you know, I've just been extra low. It could be, like, I don't know, a bunch of things. There's so many fucking things that lead up to how I am feeling, how I'm feeling. Right now, I'm just, like, I'm full of anxiety. I wish that I had someone to talk to, you know, like, just to, like, you know, I don't know, just be there, you know, just hear me vent about Voldermort, just, like, to give me support, like, you're a badass bitch, you know you are, like, you got this, you know, I'm so sorry that he still affects you, you know, I send you healing, you know, just, like, but literally, these are my friends, oh, God, she hurts, I don't know what to do, get an adult. That's every single one of them, every single one of them. And they even tell me, they're like, I'm sorry, I didn't know what to say or how to react, and I felt like, you know, just sending a heart was too mundane, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Sending a random love is mundane? When did sending love and caring become mundane? And it's extra frustrating because these are people who have been in my life for a long period of time. It's like, did they forget that I deal with all the things that I deal with? Like, have I done so good in the last decade of being mindful that people just seemingly think that I no longer have mental health challenges? And people still struggle with thinking that I have physical health challenges because I am a very active person, and I stretch and I move and I can do things that even my literal doctors go, you shouldn't be able to do this with what my x-ray is showing of your body. I have had actual fucking PhD motherfuckers say that to me. Okay, so of course I get that the every average Joe and Jane don't understand how I can be riddled with arthritis and all this other shit, but I can do the things that I do. It's like, why can't you just accept me for the goddamn badass I am? Why does everyone have to, like, micro-analyze everyone? Why can't you just enjoy people's company? That's what I do. And it's... Maybe it's because everyone was affected so hardcore from, you know, being ostracized. Like, all these people who constantly had people to hang out with, all of a sudden they couldn't hang out with them. And it affected them in such a way, you know. For me, I didn't have that. I did not have a shit ton of people that I was hanging out with when I went into lockdown. I was already basically on lockdown for the last 3 years. Oh, man. October 25th, 2022. You know, I remember October 2002. 20 years ago. Isn't that so crazy to me? I was 15. 15 was such a very vivid year for me. 15 is like... I think a huge contributing to that is 15 was the first time that I really was starting to acknowledge that I had other ambers in my brains and I couldn't ignore them forever. Tried to again ignore them in my 20s, but that's because we felt like people wouldn't hang out with us if we were truly ourselves. And how fucked up is it that, oh, I'm truly myself and we're alone all the time? So, you know, I combat that because I have to remind myself, like, no, it's just coincidence. It's just fucking coincidence. You know, when I was 15, because I was 16 when I first started smoking herb. But when I was 15 is when I really started accepting the fact that, you know, I had other ambers and, you know, I'd been doing Tai Chi and yoga for a year at that point. Well, I'd been doing Tai Chi since long before that, because I got first introduced to Tai Chi when I was in, like, the 4th or 5th grade by my next-door neighbor. God, it was so awesome. I have very, like, core memories of watching this Mooiisstt Motherfucker doing his Tai Chi. Oh, I wish I could remember his name. I just know him as the hippie next-door neighbor, you know? I would watch him for hours in his beautiful oasis of a garden of a backyard, smack dab in the middle of the ghetto of North Portland. You know, his wife was fantastic. If they had children, I don't know if they had children. They were just so free-spirited and wonderful, open-minded, beautiful beings. And, you know, I took Tai Chi from that moment on throughout my whole entire life. He also was the first person to mention yoga. I didn't start practicing yoga until I was 13, 14. And by 15, you know, like, listening to mainly Blue Bear. Blue Bear has been a very prominent voice, and that's probably why he's the projected DID. I don't really know. It's hard to understand how one's brain works, especially when there's so much in it. But accepting that there was more of me in me, and then finding ways to medicate them. And, you know, marijuana has been a beautiful medicine in my life. It helps me to think better, helps me to coexist with the other ambers in my brains, and then it helps with pain. Like, I now understand that me starting to medicate from my brains back in the day was helping with my physical pain too. So that's why, you know, when people would ask me, am I in pain, I would always say no, because I wasn't. Because I was microdosing with THC and CBD and all sorts of ness that was in the cannabis, you know, so my hip never hurt. And now, the arthritis on top of it, that shit hurts. Like, the pre-existing stuff that I've had, it was always kind of like a low, dull pain, but was very easily taken away with microdosing. And then arthritis on top of it, which came in the last, like, I remember too, it was like, I swear, the guy pulled on my leg wrong, and it was like an arthritis activated, is how I felt, like, because I went into the office, and I had been having pain in my hip, and I probably already had arthritis in my left hip at that time. I hadn't been going to the doctors. I was being so fucking abused at that time, I could never do anything, you know? It was so frustrating. But when I got examined by the social security doctor, he like pulled on my fucking left leg. And like even just thinking about that fucking makes me hurt right now. But like my leg from that point on has just hurt so much more. And it's like I feel like the arthritis was already there and he just like hella triggered it. You know what I mean? And now that pain is just unmanageable. Like marijuana helps, but it's not enough. You know? And I now, same thing with like my knee. It's like my left leg just keeps getting worse and worse, and it makes sense, you know what I mean? I was born with left leg issues. Compensation for my left leg on my right leg is what's caused the arthritis on my right side, you know? Oh, God. It's 10:42. Oh. Be okay. Today will be a great day. Gymnastics will be fantastic. It always is. Seeing Voldermort will not affect you. 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 I can't even say his name. I was like, say his name. Say blankety blank blank will not affect you. I can't even. Mr. Lewis will not affect you. Mr. Lewis will not affect you. I am a powerful warrior goddess. I am a princess. Strong, brave, kind, and determined. And of course I hope it's romantic. Voldemort will not affect us. Voldemort will not affect us. Damn it, brain, shut the fuck up. You know, it's really hard. You try to say it, but they're like, yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. I know he will. But he will not. Voldemort will not affect us. Voldemort will not affect us. I wish I didn't have to go, but I have to. In about 15 minutes. Gotta take a shower. Gotta get dressed. Gotta get ready to see Voldemort. And my daughter. Rainbow. You see Rainbow. But I'm just like, as excited as I am to see her, I'm still very exhausted. So, like, I'm just gonna, like, do my best. Like, hopefully Robot Amber Mom just kicks in and gets shit done for the rest of the week, you know, until she goes to her dad for the weekend, which this weekend is Halloween weekend. So I do have a feeling he'll be picking her up on Friday, because he'll be doing his Halloween festivities with her on that weekend. And then obviously Monday, Halloween, I'm going to be taking her trunk-or-treating. I also think I might take her actual trick-or-treating down the road here that we live on, but yeah. Not gonna lie, I'll kind of be glad when Halloween's over. Officially 10:45. I already know that in literally about 15 minutes I'm going to get a message from him saying that they're on their way, so then they can get here about, you know, 11:30ish, and then we're going to go to her gymnastics. Her gymnastics doesn't start until just after noon, but when we arrive early, her teacher lets her run around, which is lovely. She gets a lot of good energy out that way. Oh, fuck me. Oh. You know, these Club Kottontale meetings are pretty much the closest thing I get to self-care, really, like, time where it's just for me, you know. And I totally slacked. I didn't spray the peppermint. I don't even think I vacuumed. I fucking killed a giant spider. Oh, he was so creepy, too, because it was like, one light was shining on him and the other part was dark. Luckily, he was on the ground, We smushed him. Oh, God, he was a big one, though. I have this spider over here that I keep because, he's little. Plus, he just chills in his little corner, like, if you're gonna chill in your own little corner, in your own little chair, like a Cinderella spider in my room. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm freaked out, though, because I feel like there's gonna be a spider coming after me, but if a spider wants to chill in the one little spot, I'm okay with that. I also just gave myself vertigo looking around that intensely. Woo! Guys, I really didn't. I was just like unbelievably looking forward to not having to see Voldermort. And you know what's the most messed up part is I can't tell him. Oh, let me tell my abuser how he still affects me. Ho ho ho, that would be good. No, as far as he needs to know, I'm healed and thriving and fucking raw. I mean, let's be honest, he could be lurking on my content and know all of this information, but I doubt it. Because he should be watching our daughter right now, so I doubt he's watching any of this. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't think he thinks about me at all. He's very much a selfish narcissist, so I don't think he really thinks about me much at all. I think his wife does, you know, and she's lovely. I would never wish any fraction of my health issues on anybody else. It's so exhausting. I'm just always in fucking pain, either physically or mentally. It's not a life anyone should live. I have to get a little bit more medicine in us and then take my shower. So let's get Jada Rose reloaded. We'll probably spark her and then we'll say goodbye to you guys. So I can get in the shower, take a quick shower. Luckily I don't have a lot of hair, you know. And I took a shower last night, so I don't really need to wash my body. I probably will wash like at least my face or something like that, you know, just like the normal like sweat spots. But I haven't washed my hair in a few days because it's not good to wash your hair all the time. I was thinking about updoing my roots, but I'm gonna wait, you know. I'm gonna wait until it's a bit, like at least 2 fingers, and then we'll do it. So probably just before my birthday, which will be perfect because December 10th, the day before my birthday, I'm going to see Mooiisstt Motherfucker for the Red for Filth tour. I'm so excited. So excited. Catch me at the Hawthorne Theater. I'm very excited. Still kind of unsure of what I'm going to wear. I also very much feel like I should take my cane with me, but I'm very unsure on that because I don't want them to be like, oh, you can't bring that in here because it's, you know, a stick. And I'm like, well, it's my walking stick. I have arthritis. You know, it's different. Like, that's one thing is, like, with a cane, it's more acceptable. You don't see many people with walking sticks. So I don't know. I think because I'm going to get to meet her, I paid the extra money to do the meet and greet. So since I'm going to get to meet Miss Alaska Thunderfuck before the show, I think I'm going to just post myself up in the 21 and up area. And, like, I'm going to literally bring Blue Bear. And, like, when I get up to get another drink, I'm going to put him in my spot. You know what I mean? And, like, my jacket and stuff like that. Like, that's my spot, bitches. You know what I mean? But I'm just going to post up, have a really good seat. Also, I might just, like, do the same thing that I did at the emo night tour, which is just get myself 2 drinks. I'll buy, both of them at the same time and just sit down with them, you know what I mean? And have one at a time. So then I don't have to get up at all, you know? Because I know standing in the line is going to hurt my hip. I'm going to probably have to stand in another line to meet Alaska. All of that's going to hurt my hip. There will be, like, the doors open at 7 and the show starts at 8:30, so it's like an hour and a half, which I imagine is for meet and greets and stuff like that. So, you know, I'll take advantage, but I definitely want to, like, post myself up in my spot, like, right, like, the show starts at 8:30, like, I'm gonna be posted in my spot at 8:20, 8:25. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck me, guys, I don't... Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I can do this. I am Amber motherfucking Lewis. Soon to be Amber motherfucking Princess. More than ever, you know, I like sharing a last name with my daughter's grandfather, Papa Lewis, you know, Voldermort's father. But I don't like being Amber Lewis. Like, I think that I just need to heal more from it, you know what I mean? I think that I don't need to change my last name, even though I kind of wants to. I actually really wants to. But my daughter loves that we have the exact same name. She's junior and I'm not, you know? So, I just need to focus on that, but it is so difficult, and it's more difficult because as of lately, I'm having to see Voldemort more than usual. Usually, I just got to see him twice a week, pick up and drop off. But with the gymnastics aspect, there's been more viewability and just more contact, and it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I can't tell him, and I don't want to tell Lady Voldemort. I don't even know how much she knows about his previous marriage to me, you know what I mean? Like, and then, like, my therapist is unavailable right now. I love you, Club Kottontale. You're here for me. It's just me, myself, and I wish I had someone else to talk to. At least I made you and you exist. You will always be my second greatest thing created. And before that beautiful June in 2018 when Rainbow officially came out of me, because all the moments that she was inside of me, it was just scary. Like, if any woman who's experienced a miscarriage, I think they know that fear. But on that fateful afternoon, beautiful sunny June afternoon when Rainbow came to exist, that's the day that Club Kottontale became #2. You know, because up to that point, this was the greatest thing I'd ever created. It has been so helpful for my brains, my bodies, just everything. And it still is just a therapeutic area. Like, literally, my therapist even asked me, like, when I see her, she's like, have you been making content? Have you been having meetings? You know, because she knows that it's therapy for me. It's talking about this. Even if I don't have interactions, it's just talking. She even recommended, she's like, if you're not feeling like doing a live stream, just record yourself talking. Because it really has been helping, you know? Sometimes it helps me to get the medicine in me. This medicine would not have happened, and then I would have gone to gymnastics with the Voldemorts unmedicated, and, oh, I don't even want to think about how that would have went, you know? I wish I didn't have to go. And that goes for so many things. Like, I wish I didn't have to go from this meeting. I wish we'll leave it at that. I wish I didn't have to go from this meeting. I do my best to, you know, the universe can't read my mind, so whatever's inside my brains are just for me, you know? What I say outside my brains is what I share with the universe and potentially other people, you know what I mean? It can be heard. So I need to make sure to be as mindful as possible to have what comes out of my mouth be positivity. I'm amazing, I'm beautiful, I can do this day. Regardless if my brains are screaming the motherfucking opposite right now, no one else can hear that but me. And it does it because it causes turmoil and frustration? Yes. But I can. The universe only gives me what I can handle. It challenges me. It doesn't try to break me even though it feels like it is. gonna be a great week. Not just for me, but for Amber Jr. It's almost All Hallows Eve. Sometimes it feels like the universe can hear what I'm thinking. But, anyways, you guys, I'm a random content creator here on YouTube, and who knows when I'm going to make more content. Only the universe knows that shit. But until next time, and just always, please do remember, be kind to yourself and everyone else. And we'll see you next time. Bye. I see you, lurker. Goodbye.